The following program contains views that are not The following program contains views that are not those of WVTC, iNetworks Communications, their subsidiaries, affiliates, or financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC Allsip Chicago, and iNetworks Communications Station. The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Dhat Girl. I am excited to be back. I have been out, you all, for the past 4 weeks. I think it's 3 or 4 weeks. But listen, I am back, and I am full of energy, and I am ready to resume my position and encouraging you all to do what we do, and that is to pursue your purpose. That is to pursue your dreams and your goal, that thing that you were created for and that thing that you were predestined to do. For those of you who it's your first time joining my show, I am your host, SHOLANDA, and every Saturday morning we are here at 10 o'clock a.m. and we are just helping everyone to tap into that girl, that inner person that's on the inside of you that you may have missed or overlooked because life began to happen to you at an early age, or even at whatever point at some time in your life you kind of like got distracted on what your goals and what God created you to do in your life. But listen, you all, listen, it is never too late. You can always achieve and overachieve what it is that you were created to do. All you have to do is just desire it. All you have to do is just know that there's something different about you. Know that and have the understanding that you were created for something a little bit more than a 9-to-5 job. Now, there's nothing wrong with pursuing careers and operating in a 9-to-5 job, but we want to do what we're called to do. Some of us are called to do things to help other corporations to build up, but I don't want you all to lose yourself in someone else's business. I don't want you to lose yourself in building up someone else. Well, listen, you all, happy birthday to me. Yesterday, I celebrated my 53rd birthday, and I am just ecstatic about that, to still be here. I didn't share with you all before, but I had to have a pretty serious procedure done, actually a surgery, and it just took me to a whole nother place, a whole nother realm of understanding. You know, when you have that aha moment, when you have that moment like, whoa, and I think that's what I've been experiencing over the past few weeks. It's kind of like I've been stopped in my tracks to pursue greatness. And I've learned how to take something that seemed to have been negative and turn it around and make it to be something that's positive. And being laid down, needing to rest, I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh wow, I look so rested. And when you look into someone's eyes, you can kind of like tell where they are and kind of like what's going on in their spirit. I'm a believer in that. That when I looked into my eyes, I saw a refreshing. And I've been really like energized by the refreshing in my own eyes. When you take time out to just rest, now, don't let it be forced upon you because it was forced on me to take this time out and rest. But it has been so nutritious. Listen, you all, I have had thoughts that I have never had before. I have had my eyes open to situations. One of the main things is, what if this was my place? What if something had happened to me that caused me to be in a position where I could not get out and I could not be mobile anymore? One thing I realized, it doesn't matter. I can always, as long as I have my mind, as long as you have your hope and your aspirations and your desires, let me encourage someone who may be in a situation where you're not able to get out, you're not able to get around. That does not stop you from manifesting that purpose that was created on the inside of you. Use your time for your advantage. Use your time wisely. It doesn't matter. I told you all a few weeks ago, we were talking and we said you can prosper, you can accomplish what you were set out to accomplish no matter where you are. So if you find yourself in a position again, if you're in a nursing home, that doesn't matter. If you're at home and you're not able to get out physically, it doesn't matter. As long as you still have your mind, and do not lose your hope, because you are still great. Life happened to you, a situation occurred, something happened, but you are still great. And don't ever lose that, because you can get some of the greatest, I can't think of any right off the top of my head, but there are some great people that are wheelchair bound. There's some great people that have to stay in their home, but they're still producing books. They're still producing movies. They're still producing their purpose. So I just want to encourage you all to continue to pursue and to produce. Don't stop. No matter what happens, do not stop. I've actually began to start writing my second book. I don't know if I would have started that if I had not been in a position where I had to sit down and rest. So that's a great thing. I began to write my second book, and I went to the doctor for a follow-up visit. And I'm telling you all know I don't tell you anything that I don't do. So the doctor told me that I could not drive for another 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. I literally cried in a time of being alone by myself. But that's more time. That's more time. In that 3 weeks, if I set a goal, I can actually finish the book. So when you get news and things that kind of like bounce you off track and should be disturbing, it should make you cry, that's your first emotion. I'm just a dramatic person by nature, but if it throws you off track, you may not physically cry, but you may be disappointed. Don't allow it to stop you. Use your time that you are given to prosper. Use the time that you are given to excel. I am excited, you all, about the place where I am right now, because leading up to this place, I was walking in a great, great fear of the unknown. And I wanted to go back to touch on that, how the unknown can take you into a very dark place if you allow it to. It can be a very scary place if you allow it to cause you to be afraid, because I'm talking to everyone, and those who had experienced the procedure that I had to experience, and everyone's telling me what they went through and how they had to endure. But you're your own person. Things that affect me a certain way, it won't affect you the same way. Why? How do I know that? Because you have the power to control what comes into our ear gates and enter into our mind. We have the power to take it and turn it around and use it for our good. So here's what I began to do. I began to decree and to speak. I will be up. I will be walking around. I will not be laying in a bed sick. I will be healthy. My body will be restored. And guess what? The next day after the procedure in the hospital, they were amazed because I was able to get up out of bed. I was able to walk down the hall. I was able to assist myself in everything that I needed to have done. And it started the very next day after the thing that I had allowed for months to torture and to torment me. I brought certain merchandise to prepare myself to be, actually you all, I had prepared to make myself convalescent. Sometimes we can prepare ourselves to fail. Sometimes we can prepare ourselves to be in bondage, but that's not the way it has to be. Remember, I was preparing, but I was decreeing in the same vein. I was preparing to do whatever I needed to do to be comfortable in a stuck place, but I was also decreeing that I would not be stuck in that place, that I would be able to get up and to be mobile. So here's what I'm talking about right now this morning. Yes, we are normal, we are human, but we have got to stand up in that greatness. That's that girl that's on the inside of you. We have got to stand up and take authority over the things that comes at us in our life, because they are not going to stop coming. But how are you going to allow it to affect you? Will you allow it to just, okay, play out the way it was, you thought of it in your mind? No, we can't allow it to do. We can't allow that. We can't allow people's shortcomings, people's experience to hinder us and in the experience that is intended for our life. I believe that this was intended for my good. I believe that it was intended to teach me a lesson moving forward in my life, to set goals, to set goals that are accomplishable. Is that a word, accomplishable? To set goals that are intended to move me forward in this season in my life. You see, you can't do things the same way, but a lot of times we're set and we're content with doing things in the robotic way, the same way, repetition. You know, when you're going home from somewhere, you find yourself taking the same route home, but you meant to go and stop at the store, but you find yourself in front of your house. That's that mindset of repetition I'm talking about, where we have to focus our mind on our goals and do not be afraid. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid to step out there and to venture out. You all listen, I am out to breakfast with my grandson and my daughter. We are out here. They insisted on celebrating me still. So this whole weekend, because this is my, like I said, my first weekend being out of the house in 3 weeks. But I wanted to just do a little sidebar, because if you can see that I'm outside in a restaurant, I just remembered. But don't allow anything to stop you from being who you were predestined to be. I was listening to a speaker. I'm so bad with names, you all, but I'll get better with it. And to do that, they were just saying you have to motivate yourself. Self-motivation is one of the most key things, because you can't expect everybody to be your cheerleader. People will cheer you on in the way that they see you, that you're cheering yourself on. If you're selling a product, you can't expect people to favor your product if you're like, well, here, if you're half selling it, if your attitude, your demeanor is down. You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to cheer yourself on. So I want you all to give some rah-rahs and some hoorays to yourself this morning as you're getting yourself prepared to go out. Or if you're already out, cheer yourself on. Yes, you can do it. Go, go, go. You got this. You're great. You're awesome. You're perfect in your own ways, and begin to affirm yourself. Begin to affirm yourself. I made a post on Facebook, and I said, God did it, unapologetically. God created the greatness that's on the inside of me. And it is God that created the greatness that's on the inside of you. No, we can't apologize for it. You cannot downplay it. Long gone are the days where we are downplaying our gifts, because now it's a time where we have to go all in, all or nothing, to reach our goals and to manifest the wealth and the riches and just the peace of mind that we were created to have. Because if we don't, again, nobody else is obligated to do it for you. Have you ever been in a position where, well, they didn't do what I needed them to do? Don't make your expectations greater in man than you have for yourself. Meaning, don't expect people to do more for you than you expect for you to do for yourself. It starts with us. It starts with you. And that kind of sparks a fire for universe to bring people, to draw people to you. So if I wanted to give you all 2 things today, it is, remember, do not pre-plan your destiny in fear. Do not focus on the unknown as being something terrible, but look at it as a life-changing experience, because I will never be the same because of this time that I was given and allotted to lay down. It allowed me to better myself. It allowed me to better my relationships with my family. It allowed me to better my business. It allowed me to pursue a second inspirational book. So do not be afraid of the unknown, because you have the power to orchestrate and to dictate which direction your future goes in. And then the next thing will be, take pride in your time. Use your time wisely. When you're given time, it's not always a bad thing. When you're given time, take it. Plan, strategize. Don't just plan and strategize, implement it. Begin to move on it. Begin to pursue. Begin to research. Begin to reach out to other people to see how it is that you're able to pursue what it is that you're looking to do. So use your time wisely. Don't just binge watch, because I'll be honest. For a minute, I was binge watching 911. If you all haven't watched that show with Angela Bassett, I love it. I was binge watching 911, and I had to stop myself. I said, take this time and use this time wisely. Don't just eat, sleep, and binge watch 911, because she's on the TV screen. They're making their money. They're achieving their goals. So we have to spend less time. Yes, you want to support, but you don't want to consume yourself with making somebody else rich while you're sitting there stagnated and not enhancing and motivating yourself to go to another and a greater level. Listen, you all, this show is going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but I just wanted to come out and say I am so grateful to be here, to be talking to you, because I survived the unknown. I survived what I thought was going to be horrific, what I thought was going to go a whole nother direction, but God. But my strong will rose up from the inside of me and began to decree. So I'm so grateful to be here because of God and the declarations that I decreed over my life. It put me in a healthier place sooner than I expected. You all, I love you all so much. And listen, be here with me next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. because that girl is on the move. That girl is up and going. She is stronger than ever. And we will come out on top every time. If we decree it and we believe it and we pursue it, you will come out on time. I have been your host, SHOLANDA Boland. And listen, I hope to see you all next week. I showed a commercial prior to the show, and it was advertising Time Underground First. That's a new up-and-coming African-American entrepreneur that has pursued and opened up a fur store. So I want you all to check him out, go on his website, go on his page, like him, like the store, look at the coats, and make an appointment. I think it's by reservation only that you come in and you shop in the store. But listen, there's some good things. You all will see me real soon rocking my new mink coat. So listen, be encouraged, you all. And again, it is sunny outside today. I am already out with my family enjoying my birthday weekend, and I want you all to go out and do the same. Spread love, spread joy, spread cheer. Until next weekend, I love you all with the love of God. Don't forget, don't be afraid of the unknown, and use your time wisely. Love you. Later.
The fall and winter fashion seasons are upon us. Time Underground Furs have every coat you need to be unique and stand out in the crowd. From furs, minks, leather, suede, vests with the fur, blue jean jackets with fur, cashmere, and wool coats, with over 350 coats to choose from. Rarely will you see two of the same coat. Quality coats and excellent customer service is first and foremost. Our entire inventory is wholesale priced. You never pay full price. Every coat is 25% or more less than any other store that sells fur coats. Why pay retail when you can buy the same coat for wholesale and save hundreds of dollars? Time Underground Furs also sells to other stores at wholesale prices. We also have very nice pre-owned, slightly worn furs. We lease our coats for all types of events and have 30-day layaway only. The mission is to take the coats out of our store and put them in your closet or store. Wearing a mink or unique coat transforms you to the best version of yourself, and everyone wants a fur coat. Time Underground Furs is here to make that happen. We do appointments only. Time Underground Furs, located in River Oaks Mall in Calumet City, 708-252-1434. That's 708-252-1434. Or check out our website at www.tymeundergroundfurs.com. It's time to purchase a fur from Time Underground Furs.
Views made on the preceding program are not those of WVTC Radio, iNetworks Communications, or their financial supporters.
Winning victory through Christ, WVTC.